Dear students, today we are going to understand poem written by Furry, a legend of the Northland. So this poem is actually a ballad. So you'll be wondering what ballad is. Ballad is such kind of poem which tells a story in short stanzas. Okay, so in our tradition, in our culture, basically in rural areas they used to have folk stories. Okay, गाने गाते हैं या फोक सॉन्ग्स गाते हैं या फोक डांसेस होते हैं जिसमें वो कोई ना कोई स्टोरी को कोई ना कोई बात को वो बताते हैं. सो सेम वे दिस पोएम आल्सो is a kind of ballad in which the poet is trying to tell us the story. And what this story is all about, this story is all about the place, the Northland. That means the area near the North Pole. And he tells that there was a legend. That means it is a historical story, historical thing which has happened. And again people have told, and it has come to this part. So what is in this story? इस स्टोरी में है क्या? इस स्टोरी में है कि एक लेजेंड के बारे में एक कहानी है, एक ओल्ड लेडी के बारे में कहानी है जिसने सेंट पीटर को गुस्सा दिला दिया था अपने लालच के कारण. बिकॉज ऑफ हर ग्रीड शी मेड सेंट पीटर angry. So that whole thing, how Saint Peter got angry, what things were there, whatsoever things are there, उन सब चीज़ों के बारे में उस स्टैंजा में जो चार चार लाइंस के स्टैंजाज हैं उसमें बताया गया है. ओके, away, away in the Northland, where the hours of the day are few and the nights are so long in winter that they cannot sleep them through. So here the poet says that far away in the Northland, and we know that in the Northland, what used to happen? The days are short and nights are long. So the poet here says that the hours of the day are few, that the daytime duration of day is very few and nights are so long, and especially in winters. Okay, so they are so long that they cannot sleep them through. Now who are they here? They means the people of that particular area, they cannot sleep them through. वो पूरी रात सो नहीं पाते, वो सोते हुए भी उनकी पूरी रात जो है वो इतनी लंबी होती है कि वो कटती नहीं है. ओके, where they harness the shift the reindeer to the sledges when it snows, and the children look like bear's cubs in their funny furry clothes. So here the poet says that the Northland, it it has severe cold conditions, that people there, they used to have reindeers, a special kind of animal which is found in polar regions, and people used to tie these reindeers to the sledges. You have seen the word harness. Harness means to tie reindeers with rope to the sledge. तो वो sledges के साथ में reindeers को बांधते हैं और वो reindeers उनके sledges को उस snow पे खींच करके लेकर के जाते हैं. And then and the children look like bear's club in their funny furry clothes. तो जो बच्चे हैं वो बियर के कब्स, जो भालू के बच्चों की तरह लगते हैं. क्यों लगते हैं? क्योंकि उन्होंने जो कपड़े पहने होते हैं वो भी वैसे ही फनी फरी फर टाइप के, या बहुत ही गुदगुदे से या फर जैसे कपड़े वो लोग पहनते हैं. और उनका जो कपड़े पहनने के बाद में जो उनका एक बाय सीइंग देम वन कैन आइडेंटिफाई देम एज बियर्स कब्स, भालू के बच्चों के जैसे उनको लगते हैं. यू वुड हैव नोटिस्ड स्पेशली इस वेरी स्मॉल किड्स, छोटे बच्चों को लोग ऐसे कपड़े पहनाते हैं सर्दी और जाड़े के टाइम पे. ओके, they tell them a curious story. I don't believe it's true, and yet you may learn a lesson if I tell the tale to you. So what this poet says? Poet says that they tell them a curious story. They refers to parents or the elders which are there on the northern land, and tell them. Them means to the children. So these parents or these elders tell this curious story, this strange story, and the poet says this strange story to their children. And poet says that I don't believe that this story or this thing is true, but I'm going to tell you this so that you may learn a very important lesson or very important message from this tale or this story. Once, when the good Saint Peter lived in the world below and walked about it, preaching just as he did, you know. So poet says that एक बार क्या होता है कि Saint Peter, जो many of you would be wondering who is Saint Peter. So Saint Peter is one of the apostle, or we can say disciple or follower of Jesus Christ. So he lived in the world below. World below means to the downside of the world. Where is this place? This place is in the north part or North Pole, near North Pole. So the poet says, and walked about preaching. वो पूरी दुनिया भर में, संसार भर में घूम घूम के प्रीच कर रहे थे, प्रचार कर रहे थे, लोगों को सही शिक्षा या सही बातें बताते थे, या उनको अलग अलग रिलीजियस चीजों के बारे में समझाया बताया करते थे, जैसा कि वो करते हैं। और हम ये जानते हैं कि जितने भी संत, महात्मा या बाबा लोग होते हैं या गुरु लोग होते हैं, वो लोगों को ऐसी सही शिक्षा देते हैं। उसी प्रकार जो सेंट पीटर हैं वो भी ऐसा करते थे। ओके। He came to the door of a cottage in traveling around the earth, where a little woman was making cakes and baking them on the hearth. So we know that before this stanza we have seen that Saint Peter was roaming around the world. He was going here and there and preaching, giving the religious lectures. So अभी सब जगह घूम घूम के ये कहाँ पहुंचे? ये इस नॉर्थ पोल में, इस नॉर्थलैंड में पहुंचे, और इस कॉटेज यानी कि घर के सामने, घर के दरवाजे के सामने खड़े हैं, जहां पे क्या हो रहा है? एक विमेन, एक औरत जो है वो केक्स बना रही है, केक्स को बेक कर रही है, and baking them on the hearth. Hearth means a fireplace where people cook or the baking used to take place. Okay, fine. And being faint with fasting, for the day was almost done, he asked her from the store of cakes to give him a single one. So poet says that for whole day, the entire day, the complete day, Saint Peter was fasting and he was hungry, and because of his hunger, of his fast, he was feeling weak. He was feeling weak. So that's why Saint Peter asked this lady, this woman, a piece of cake from her stores. उसके जो केक्स का स्टोर है या उसने केक्स बना के रखे हैं, उसमें से उन्होंने एक केक उससे मांगा। ओके,